Okay, so next let's talk about serving. The most important part of serving, we're always going to start with that, it's your relationship with the ball. So, if the ball is directly above your attacking shoulder, as high as you can reach, you're going to be successful because that ball is going to go flat and forward. Okay, so put your hand there. Directly above your attacking shoulder, as high as you can reach. You can tell that when they contact this ball, it goes flat, goes forward, most likely right in play, just barely over that. That'd be great. If the ball is in front of your body on contact, it simply goes down. Okay, you get in the center of the ball, this angle makes this ball go down, probably into the net. If the ball is behind you, it's going to go up. Okay, if the ball is to your right, it's probably going to go to the right. If it's to the left, it's probably going to go to the left. And that's where the ball is in relation to you on contact. Okay, so the drills that we do to help kids with this is, with the younger kids in particular, we make them focus on the sequence of serving. Okay, so the first thing we do is address the ball. We hold the ball out in front of us, directly in front of our shoulder. Okay, if we hold the ball over here like, just like this, well, yeah, you're exaggerating. Okay, she would have to toss it to the left to get it above her right shoulder, which is where she's going to contact. Okay, now again, being efficient, so we hold it directly in front of our attacking shoulder. Okay, the next thing that we do is we draw our arm back, and we have that arm ready to hit. Now both of them, I would change something a little bit because I don't think their arm is back. Okay, what I mean by drawing your arm back is literally getting your shoulder all the way back like this. Versus what they both did is they went like this and they took their arm up in the air. I want this shoulder back. You can have your hand up, you can have your hand down. I don't really care how your hand starts. What I care about is the shoulder getting all the way back. Okay? That's just not, that's better. And then what we would do from here is we lift. Okay, lift it up. Good. We would transfer our weight forward just like we would serve, we let it land. It's probably going to hit us in the shoulder. So we'll be out, back, lift up, and we want it to hit our shoulder. Okay? And notice when I lift it, I do not lift it high at all. It barely comes out of my hand because when I serve, it looks like this. Okay, I lift that ball into position and I hit it right away. Okay, the higher I lift this ball, the more inconsistent it's going to be. Okay, so out, back, up, transfer your weight, and then, oh, you have to work a little bit, don't you? Okay, that's then on your shoulder, out, back, up. Both of them do take a step up. It is okay to step with your opposite foot, just a little bit. What I prefer is a weight transfer. Okay, so my weight is back on my right leg, and I simply transfer it forward onto my left. Yeah, you do take a step. It's okay. Again, just a little inefficient with taking that step. Okay, so out. Start with your left foot forward, please. You guys are going to go over your step today. Nope. Forward. Good. Just like that. Go against that one. Right. Okay. Good. Out, back, up. Transfer your weight. Yep, that should be above your shoulder. Okay. One more time. Out. Out, back, up. Janae, good. Very nice. Okay. Next thing we do is just have them swing through. When they contact the ball, we want their hand to be firm. We want their wrist to be firm, we want their hand to be open. Okay? Common mistake is floppy. Okay, my favorite drill. Go get a t-shirt, please. Not necessarily a drill, more of a demonstration of the difference between firm and floppy. Okay, so what I do is I call a player out. Come on out, Bray. Because she has a floppy hand when she serves. So I take a t-shirt and I hit her with a t-shirt. That hurt? No. Okay, this is floppy. This is firm. Okay? If I were to hit her with this, then she's already scared. At Carver, where we practice, they have hockey sticks. And I go get a little hockey stick and the kids are like, oh, I understand the difference now. And their hand goes really firm. Because we talk about, okay, you're swinging, and if your hand is floppy, it's like the t-shirt. It absorbs all of the momentum of your arm. Versus if it's that hockey stick and it's really firm, it all transfers into the ball. So your hand must be firm. Your hand must start firm on contact. Now the second thing we do is we talk about what part of the ball to hit. What we want to do is we want to hit the middle to create that floater. So right in here. The kids don't always understand that, so we say, hey, the ball is a globe. What country would you hit?
Mexico. Oh, wow.
Argentina.
Here we go.
How about Costa Rica? You guys even know where? Panama, there we go. Panama works. Panama works. Okay, so right on the equator in the middle of the ball. Okay, that'll create a floater. When we hit a floater, the ball moves randomly. That's why we like it so much. Okay, versus a spinning ball. Spinning ball, again, we talked about it earlier with tossing. When we toss that ball with spin, it's easier to know where it's going to go to put ourselves in position to pass it. Okay, I prefer the floater a lot over a top spin ball, even unless you have a player that can go back there and hammer a top spin serve to a specific spot. Like if they can go up, they can consistently serve it down the line, awesome, do it. Okay, but if they can't, it just winds up being that down ball that we hit in practice all the time. They should not be serving a top spin. Okay, so the drill that we would do for these guys, it's a very simple progression. So they're going to start on the 10-foot line on both sides of the net. Go ahead, guys. Okay, and they're just going to serve back and forth from the 10-foot line. What they're working on right now is the sequence of serving. So it's up, back, up, ribbon. And I would ask her what was wrong with that. Yeah, it was a little to the right, and it was a little behind her because it went up pretty darn high. Okay, let's see. Up, back, up, through. Pretty good, bud? Nope, I'm just worried about where the ball was in relation to you right now. Yep, it was to the right. Okay, it was to the right, so it went to the right. Here we go. Good. Younger players. Okay. With younger players in particular, I will yell this sequence and make them do it at my speed. Okay, because what they'll want to do is they'll want to do this is put on really fast. So or my favorite is like bounce it a whole bunch of times and then toss it away. Like that. Yes. This is what we see. Versus, hold on, ready? Out. No, out. Back. Up. Through. Good. Again. Out. Back. Up. Through. Good. And you slow them down. This is also a really good thing to do when you have servers that are behind the line and they rush and they miss their serve simply because they bounced it. Now they're going to hit it right away because the ref blew their whistle. Make them slow down. Make them do the sequence every single time. So let's see. Up, back, up, through. Okay. And then what I would do is I would have them back up. Good. Let's say 15-foot line. Now when we're doing 15-foot line to 15-foot line, it's almost exactly the same as serving short because we're serving the ball about 30 feet. Okay, so we're also, in addition to practicing our sequence, we're practicing serving short. Okay, so let's see. Out. No. Back. Up. Through. Good. And with advanced players like these guys, I would say you must call ball and catch the ball in passing position every single time. So now it becomes a perception drill as well. So we're reading that ball, getting ourselves in a position that we could pass it if we needed to. Okay, let's see. Go, 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 go! Gotta move feet faster than that, huh? Here we go. Out. Back. Up. Through. Move, move, move. Yeah. Gotta get behind that midline. Easier. Out. Back. Up. Through. Good. That was much better. Much better. Okay. And then again, we'd have them back up to the 25, and we'd have them go behind the line. Okay. But we want them to do this sequence because they have to be able to control the ball from 20 feet apart if they want to have any chance of controlling it from 50 feet apart. Because that's approximately how far they serve it every time. They serve it 50 feet. And the example that I use for this is we talk about angles and mistakes. So let's say that I make a 3-inch mistake sync with my toss. Okay? So 3 inches, so stand right there. That would mean that she tossed the ball right about where the end of this antenna is right now. Okay, now from her access point, which is her shoulder, that's how much she missed by. And look at where the ball is going. She missed by 3 inches. 50 feet away. She has now missed her target by half the court. Okay, so it's extraordinarily important that they can make this ball go back and forth from 20 feet apart, 30 feet apart, 40 feet apart. Okay, versus this. We're just serving it from 50 right away, we're missing by a ton. Okay? Also, this drill, the kids need to focus on this drill because when they are doing their circle drill, okay, you can have them serve during circle drill too. Like I said, you're on the 10-foot line. Let's say we've done all the throwing and they're good at throwing. On the 10-foot line serving, well, if you want the drill to go well, they better be able to control the ball from 10 feet. Okay, because if they're serving it all over the place, now no one's getting better at it. Okay, especially the passers, it's technically still a passive drill, being circled. So that's the primary thing that we use for serving. The next thing we do is we teach all of our players how to jump serve, because I think jump serving is actually a very, very easy skill. If you can do an approach, you can jump serve. Okay, because the jump serve is exactly the same as the last 2 steps of your approach. The only thing that changes is your relationship with the ball. When you're serving, it needs to be above your shoulder every time. Okay, when you're attacking, it's in front of your shoulder a little bit so it goes down. So what I do to teach jump serving, even to younger players, I'll say simply, all right, hold on 2 hands out in front of you. Put all your weight on your left foot. What you're going to do is you're going to toss it up. Hold on. You're going to toss the ball up. You're going to go right, left, just like you always do with your approach. You jump, you hit. That's it. Okay, let's see if we can do it. Pull the ball out. Toss. Right, left. Jump, hit. There it was. Okay, and you'd be surprised that little 12-year-olds can do this after their very first attempt. Because they understand, a lot of 12-year-olds already understand how to attack. They understand the right, left, jump, hit. Right, left, jump, hit. All they have to do here is toss it high enough so that they can allow themselves the time to get under it. Because that's what I see with the littlest players to start, is they'll do this. So toss it super low. Oh, that was actually good. She doesn't have enough time to do her approach to start doing crazy things. If they're not a very good tosser, and let's say they're not going to be successful, I might toss for her a couple times. Hey, just right, left, jump, hit. Right, left, jump, hit. And then she can take a toss and run. Okay? The jump serving, very easy skill. This is how we teach it. Some kids will come in with a one-handed toss and a running start. You can do it that way. I just don't think it's very efficient. Okay? Because one, I have the ball in one hand and I'm moving. Okay, and this hand will have a tendency to go back in front of its own shoulder. Okay, so when I'm approaching, I would have a tendency to do this. And now I have to lift it to the side to get it above that shoulder, or I have to move my feet to the left to get it above my shoulder. Okay, and when I'm already moving, I have momentum, so it's going to be more difficult for me to change directions. Consequently, why we teach, hold it out, toss, right, left, jump, hit. Okay? A lot of kids will say, when they're jump serving, my toss was bad. Well, unless it was too low, it wasn't bad. The problem was where you took your feet. Okay? If you get that ball above your shoulder, so directly above your attacking shoulder, as high as you can reach, you're going to be successful. And that's a great thing about jump serving, is that you actually get to move your feet if you do toss it forward. Okay? Questions about serving or jump serving? For little ones, very little ones, if you're coaching 10s, 11s, 12s, they're going to need to throw first. Okay, so we teach them how to throw properly. Arm all the way back, step with the opposite foot, throw, and launch it. Like as we launch it, we teach them to be super fast. Okay, and then after we teach them how to throw, then we can teach them how to serve. And serve overhand. If you're working with little ones again, I would recommend a light ball so they're successful. And I also keep them at the net, keep them on the 10-foot line because they will be successful there. Versus if they move back or you move them back too early, they're going to start doing weird stuff just as they can go over the net.
What's your philosophy as far as encouraging players to jump serve versus not? How do you want us to approach that with our kids?
The question was, do we want everyone to jump serve all the time, or how do we encourage them? At what point do we encourage them? Well, when they can serve well overhand, they should be jump serving. We teach it to everyone. When it comes down to a game, they must put the ball in play. Okay, so if they're practicing jump serving in practice, but it is not consistent, it's all over the place, it goes under the net, it goes sideways, it hits the bleachers, stay down when you're in the game and just serve a good serve over the net. Out, back, up, and through. But after they accomplish that, we have to encourage them more and more and more in practice to get to that jump serve. Because the jump serve is simply contacting the ball higher above the net, you get to hit it harder and still stay in play.
So as a coach, our goal is to essentially have all of our kids by the end of the season jump serving.
Yes. Yep. Consistently. If they're not consistent, again, they stay on the ground. So, but we want all of our players, by the time they come up to the 18th level, they all have to be jump serving all the time. And I know that a lot of you learned to jump serve when you were 13, 12. So she's good at jump serve. Very consistent. There's a reason that she served 23 in a row against Mark, and they were probably almost all jump serves. Yes? No? You stay down? You do. So, one thing is you can tell. I told her something was lousy. What'd you think of that? Well, yeah, but I mean, I said it kind of lightheartedly, yes, I was kind of teasing, but it was the truth. I'll always tell my athletes the truth. I'll be kind when I tease them. I was lousy, okay? And she'll laugh and she'll know, okay, that wasn't good. Versus telling players that they do things well when they don't. Okay, that's one of my pet peeves as a coach. If they're not doing it well, tell them they're not doing it well in a good way and tell them how to fix it, most importantly. Okay? But do not tell them they're doing a good job when they're not. Do not tell them that they have a good effort when it's not. Okay? If you see a player go after a ball and shank it into the bleachers, that is not a good touch. That is a bad touch. Okay? And a good touch goes to target. It might have been good effort. She might have flown all the way across the court, dove, got her hand on it, ball in the bleachers. Hey, great effort, but not a good touch. Good touch goes back the other way. Okay, so always be really honest with them. They'll appreciate it because they'll trust you then. Because they know when it's good or bad. I could have said, no, that was a good serve. And you would have been like, no, that's terrible. Right? Okay, but I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes they like to hear it, sometimes they don't. And that's okay. As long as you're telling them how to fix it, how to make it better, all should be just fine. So serving. Any other questions about serving? Out, back, up, and through. Costa Rica, firm, not flop. Good? Okay, quick break. We'll come back to attack.